Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Bow City Radio for today's Vanarama National League South clash between Farnborough and Bow City, live from the easy as HGV Stadium. I'm Mark Stillman, sharing commentary with Michael Powell, with Bob Chester on summarising duties. It's new opposition in the league for City today for the first time in 3 seasons, as promoted Farnborough are still adjusting to their third spell at this level, with their latest outing a 4-2 loss at title favourites Ebbsfleet United. The Romans rallied as per norm, recovering from a goal down to overcome Braintree Town last week, extending their unbeaten run to 3. Today they're looking to stretch their winning streak over the Yellows to 7, though this is the first meeting between the clubs since March 2015. The last 4 clashes have produced an eye-watering 32 goals, and City's record away win in National League South was at this venue on their last visit against a beleaguered borough destined for relegation. I'll go through these starting lineups then. Farnborough have been forced into a late change in theirs. They're playing 3-5-2. In goal is Jack Turner. Back 3 of Jack 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗚, who comes into the team for CJ Fern, and captain Kevin Locko. They make up the back 3. Right wing back of Reggie Young. 3 in midfield of Sam Deering, Kenny Davis and Ricky Holmes. Left wing back will be Jordan Norville-Williams, and then a front 2 of Tony Lee and Liam Ferdinand. On the bench for Farnborough, Alfie Saunders, who returned to the club yesterday, Hisham Kasimo, Jonathan Page, Michael Fernandez and Selim Saeed. Bow City are unchanged from last week's win over Braintree. They're playing 4-3-3. In goal, Joe Wright. A back 4 of Joe Rains, Jordan Dyer, Kieran Parcell and Danny Greenslade. Midfield 3 are Luke Spokes, Chris Lyons and Dan Hayfield. And a front 3 of Alex Fletcher, Cody Cook and Scott Wilson. The 5 substitutes of Bow City. 1 change on the bench. They're made up of Jack Batten, Tom Smith, Elliot Freer, Ryan Clark and Tommy Backwell, who was in for Zach Bell. Today's officials, the referee is Kirsty Dowell. She'll be assisted by Thomas Copping and Jordan McRitchie. Bow City are wearing black and white stripes, black shorts and white socks. Farnborough are in their traditional yellow shirts, blue shorts and yellow socks. The game is about to get underway. Farnborough to kick off. Away we go. Instantly a direct pass forward to the right-hand side, where it's a charging run forward from Young. See the ball kick off from Deering. Gets the ball into the middle. Is a slight shove on Ferdinand and a Dyer. City can't get it all underway. Ferdinand brings it under control in the penalty area. Farnborough making a very bright start. The first shot on 18 seconds is saved from Joe Wright. And Rains is on hand to clear down the right-hand side. Plays it short to Fletcher. His first foray forward, away from Norville-Williams, who's kept up with him well. But still, Fletcher's got possession now. In the final third on the right. Plays with his left foot into Cook, turns away from trouble. Still Cook, shoots! Oh, it's just flashed wide of goalkeeper Turner's right-hand post. Excellent footwork from Cook, all created by Alex Fletcher down the right, and it's been a very bright start in what is often a high-scoring game, Bob.
Yep, two chances in the first couple of minutes.
It's gone long. Good header away from Locko, out to Spokes near the edge of the penalty area. Plays it to Cook, now on the edge of the box, again turning away from trouble. Cook shoots. It loops up in the end in the hand of Turner. It might have taken a slight deflection, but Cook's looked lively early on. First goal in National League South this afternoon has arrived at the Beavery. Hampton nil, haven't won. As Deering goes short with a free kick to Norville-Williams. Teasing his man, gets the ball into the middle, and there's ball in there. He couldn't get a shot away. And it's volleyed, shanked wide from Lee, but it's going to stay in play over the right side with Locko now back to Young on the edge of the penalty area now with Deering trying to turn his way into some space. Plays it into the penalty area with Young again. There's a chance Farnborough is blocked. It was Deering's shot, and City can now try and look to counter with Hayfield through the middle. Farnborough got to get men back quickly. It's currently 5-on-3. It's over to the right side now with Lyons. Fletcher's calling for it in the middle. He tries to play it across to Fletcher. Well headed away from Davis. Only to Hayfield in the penalty area. Hayfield sets himself, shoots and puts it way off target. He should have put it closer to the goal really, but on the counter City looked dangerous. The finish let them down.
Yeah, we certainly know Dan Hayfield's got a very, very good shot, and I was hoping he'd pull the trigger there. But
it's brought down well from Fletcher. Really neat control from the attacker. He's looking for Greenstone on the left-hand side. He's made an adventurous run forward on the left. He's in a little bit of room now. Young has come back to check him. It's inside to Lyons near the edge of the penalty on the left. Lyons back to Greenslade. Farnborough have got 7 men behind the ball. It's going to be a bit difficult for City. Wilson picks out near the edge of the box. Rains is in room on the right and played it just into his pass. Still Rains. Now to Spokes on the edge of the box, shoots, takes a hefty deflection, and it goes behind. So you've got a queue of 5 players just inside the penalty area, making late runs, likes of Fletcher. It's headed wide in the end. As he got the front end, I think it was Dyer, as Turner goes long. A good ball actually to the left-hand side. If Holmes can bring it under control, which he does perfectly into his stride. Excellent covering from Spokes. Initially prevents him. No foul. Now played back in again from Deering. It's ahead of Lee, and he heads it a couple of yards wide. There's a good ball up past halfway to Holmes. He's got a little bit of room to find Young on the right-hand side. Facing Greenslade, Young. Getting towards the byline, he's beaten him, played it across, really important sliding interception from Parcell. We need to have 2 men back, Farnborough. Gone short, actually, a decoy run from Deering. Deering's going to try and shoot first time, he's miscontrolled, and it's cleared from Cook. Parcell brings it under control. Red boots, past halfway, he's watching Davis. Receives it back off Greenslade, two former Chippenham teammates, now Lines. He was often likes to come deep to receive the ball. Got it in a centre-back position at the moment.
This is where City play so well, shifting it around, holding possession.
Dyer's now on a great run forward near the edge of the penalty area. Oh, he could have carried on. He played it to the left-hand side to Wilson. There's a appeals a handball, not given. Still Wilson, wide of the penalty area. With a cross in, it's a bit too high for Cook, who can't head it on target, and he can only nod it eventually into the hands of Turner. Rains on the right. He's giving it away initially to Norville Williams. Now Ferdinand picks up. He's got Lee up in front of him. He plays it on to Lee. He's got to try and beat Parcell near the edge of the penalty area. Good covering though from City. Lee's still got it though. Lee's got room to shoot. It's shy, superbly blocked from Parcell. And only half cleared though to Young. He's making a run forward near the edge of the penalty area. Still Reggie Young turning back. Lee again. Lee shoots, scuffed. Cleared from Dyer.
With Luke Spokes in the centre circle. Looking for some movement ahead of him. Tries to thread it to Fletcher. Does well. It's well dealt with by Locko as he tried in turn to play it onto Hayfield. Bar City trying to unpick the lock at the moment, but Farnborough can come the other way with Young, man who's looked dangerous in this opening half an hour. Once again a chance to run at Greenslade. Up towards the edge of the area, onto his left foot. Square to Lee in space, tries to curl it, but too much on it, and that's not troubling right. It was just that he perfectly picked out the circular logo. There's a real mix-up at the back for Farnborough, hammered across by ball. Turner completely miscontrolled it, and he's lucky that it went behind for a corner rather than into his net. Plays it short to Fletcher. Farnborough still switched off. Fletcher flicks it in. It comes to the far post, and Dyer with with a rather presentable opening. Can't direct it on target. Chip it out to Fletcher on the Bar City right. Infield to Lines. Looks to play it forward to Fletcher. The sliding challenge by Locko. That was really clumsy, a real lunge. A yellow card is straight out, but quite frankly, the Farnborough captain is lucky that it's nothing more than that, because that was a reckless, out-of-control lunge on Alex Fletcher.
Certainly was, and I wonder whether Simon Howe's got a photograph of Fletcher up in the air, because he certainly went sky high and thankfully has avoided injury.
I think the fact he's got to his feet so quickly, Alex Fletcher, has done Locko a real favour there, because he thought the ball was there to be won. He wasn't. Fletcher beat him to it, and as a result, he went flying into the Bar City striker. Anyway, Lines back to Fletcher with the free kick. It's to turn inside. Lays it back to Greenslade. Got space to bring it forward. He's going to go for a long-range strike. It's blocked by Holmes, only as far as Wilson. Bar City still in possession. Back to Rains on the halfway line, the deepest Bar City player. Tries to dink one over the top. Parcell goes down, and it's just going to roll behind for a goal kick. It's still goalless here in Hampshire as Greenslade with it on the left. Back to Spokes, trying to get more involved in the game. Drives it forward. Nice touch by Cook. Now on to Hayfield, 25 yards out. Back to Cook. Goes for a shot first time, but that one's a couple of yards over Jack Turner's upright. Forward for Wilson on the Bar City left. Back to the left back. Drives in across. Cook battling away with Locko. Loose ball comes to Wilson, 25 yards out. Trying to find room for a shot. Forward to Fletcher. Fletcher inside the area. Wouldn't quite come down for him, and Davis and 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗚 can clear up towards halfway. It's laid off by Ferdinand to Norville Williams. Maybe one final chance for the host if they can get on with it quickly as he looks to take on Rains. Still with the Farnborough left back. Driving forwards. Rains going with him. Gets to the byline. He's done well, Norville Williams. Cross is blocked by Rains, then flicked into the area. Dyer can head it away. And with that, the referee is going to blow the half-time whistle. So at the interval, it's Farnborough 0, Bath City 0, a game that started rather explosively in the first 20 to 25 minutes. Chances at both ends, but neither side could find a breakthrough, and it's all square at the interval.
Right-footed. Delivers it. It's too long. 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗚 inadvertently puts it back towards his own goal, which Lee can only hack clear. It's helped back in from Dyer, headed away to Fletcher inside the penalty area. Fletcher left-footed shot is blocked from Davis. With options behind him, he went for glory. Lines helps it back in. Goalkeeper doesn't come for it. Lee, I thought Lee had committed the foul, but he is the one who has won the free kick, clambering over Cody Cook, and perhaps say that Cook impeded him. Heart and mouth time maybe for the Farnborough back line, as the forward is currently winded. Definitely one of the better venues in this level, Bob.
Most definitely, and loads of seats. I think somebody said it's got 7,000 capacity. There's a massive number of seats.
Cook gets a flick on. Wilson's in behind now, near the edge of the penalty area. It deflects to Fletcher on the edge of the box. Fletcher shoots first time. What a finish from Alex Fletcher! 18 yards out, weighed up his options, and then thumped it into the roof of the net. Gave the goalkeeper Turner absolutely no chance. Superb 50 minutes. Farnborough 0, Bath City 1.
That was a classic Alex Fletcher goal. He let the ball run onto his right foot. I thought he'd taken it a little too far wide, and then he made the space, and wow, what a shot. Rifled into the top corner, way to the keeper's left, and he had no chance at all. A classic, cracking goal from Alex Fletcher.
Yeah, it was an initial interception, I think, from 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗚, and it ran loose to Fletcher on the edge of the box, but he clearly knew where he wanted to put the ball, and he couldn't have put it much better.
It was a fantastic strike.
So, Farnborough, who haven't lost at home yet this season, initially charged down in the centre as well as Davis. Lines back to Dyer. Spokes in midfield. City looking to build on his superb away record. They've got reason. Now Fletcher's got the ball heading towards the byline, but 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗚 covers and so dabs it out of play for a Bath City corner. They've got their tails up now, the Romans. Well, Dyer plays it up to the right hand side. Bit of an awkward ball for Race. Supremely well to keep it in play and rushes to the side. 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗚. Now picked up from Fletcher. Chips it to Wilson, just inside the Farnborough half. Tried to play it behind. Spokes with it in, and he got it through. It's blocked from the posse of yellow shirts. Now runs loose to Hayfield, central, 35 yards out. He's got it in behind to Spokes. Spokes turning away just inside the penalty area, but in the end Farnborough get men back well and deal with it. It's picked up from Ferdinand just inside his own half. Now Deering over to the right hand side. Young gets first involvement in the second half, really. He's going to try and get past Greenside. He has with ease in the penalty area, still going. He's played it back. Oh, what an interception now from Dyer. And in fact, he was fouled from Lee, who tried to follow through on the shot. No blame to the forward. He kicked the boot of the City centre-back, whose bravery has prevented a certain leveller. Throwing short, 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚 back to Deering. Now into Holmes. Still looks bright despite his older years. Over to the left-hand side, 𝗛𝗚𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗚𝗚 on the left, tries to get it across. Rains with an overhead kick with a clearance, but it's not a good follow-up one. It's a chance of Farnborough. Right punches it away. It's now out to Young near the edge of the penalty area. The initial shot was from Deering. Young turns away from trouble. Over to one side to Ferdinand, the big forward. Chips it back towards the far post, and Spokes puts it out of play for a corner.
So a bit of pressure. That was a vicious shot that Joe Wright managed to push away, and thankfully City defenders were there.
Picked up again from Young on the right hand side. Someone managed to squeeze the ball in between a couple of black and white shirts. Hayfield's got it to Fletcher on the left. Ball forward is misdirected a little bit. Picked up now from Lee on halfway. A neat back heel to Young. Fletcher's giving chase, and well, two players got now, Lee and Parcell, holding their faces. It's going to be a free kick to Farnborough, just past the halfway line, but both physios will be called upon, I think.
Yeah, it's the first time we've had physios on. It's 57 minutes gone, and both players staying down. Parcell's not actually moved. Oh no, he's just beginning to move.
Yeah, a bit of a collision between the two. Sarah Carr checks him out, and Peter Morris of Farnborough.
Two plugs up his nose, hoping he can breathe all right, and the referee's still not giving him permission to come on. She may want to have a look at him. The linesman is checking him out before he enters the field of play.
Wright's going to take, actually this is a chance for Farnborough to make a couple of changes by the looks of things. Fernandez on, that's going to be Ferdinand's last involvement. These are on 62 minutes. Michael Fernandez, who started last week's defeat. Looks like it's going to be a double change, as indicated on the scoreboard above us as well, with headshots for each man.
It's like a bit of Wembley, isn't it?
Yes, and other changes. Alfie Saunders have a free kick at the moment. The runs on the halfway, 20 yards past the halfway line, which lines over the top of it. Parcell's gone down
back
again.
down, yeah, but I think he's going to be struggling. I think Jack Batten may well make his first appearance of the season.
Yeah, I think he's going to carry on. So 64 minutes gone. Kieran Parcell, first time this season he's had to be withdrawn, and the first involvement this season of Jack Batten. Free kick to City on the right, lines to take, one-man wall, lines over to the far post. It's headed back towards goal. Oh, he just about missed Cook in the middle. It was headed all the way across from Dyer. Cook was stretching, and he couldn't divert it in.
That, if he'd just got slightly longer feet, I know he's got long legs, but it was so close, and if he'd touched it, it would have gone in at the back stick.
Saunders, but Dyer's won it back. He's on the left wing, unusually, for the centre-back. Looking for options in the middle. It's not a bad ball in. It's only headed out as far to Hayford. Now Fletcher in the penalty area. Fletcher drives it across. Oh, somehow it stayed out. It was Cook in there. Turner looked to me like he was diving the wrong way, but an outstretched leg from the man in pink has kept it out, and what would have been a certain second goal as Lines wins it in midfield. And I'll hand over to Michael Powell, who will take you through to full time.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that stayed out, but I was just about to jump up for a second goal, but it did somehow, and the keeper managed to get the ball away from Cook, who I thought was going to put it in the back of the net. But City just starting to get more and more into the game.
Yeah, here's Spoke to the ball forward. Fletcher making a run from right to left, picks it up, crosses in first time, and it's Hayfield. That's blocked by Loco. Another goal-bound effort. Bath City pushing for a second. Somehow it's still only 1-0, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly are now, but Farnborough are breaking. But yeah, City's starting to create some chances as the game opens up.
Farnborough do come the other. It's out to Fernandez on the left. Jinks back. Plays a ball inside, looking for D-Ring. Outstretched leg of Lines, puts it behind. Tom Smith is going to enter the action in place of Luke Spokes. The 5th league game of the season. The 5th time that substitution has been made. Plays it forward for Hayfield. A bit of space, slightly overruns it. Ball can intercept. Luke's ball comes to Holmes. He tries to run away from Smith, which he does. Then Wilson sliding in, catches him. And he will be the second man into the notebook this afternoon. Elliot Freer and Hisham Kasimo, who are stripped and ready. It's Kasimo coming on first for Kenny Davis. And it's going to be Elliot Freer coming on for Scott Wilson. And it will be Elliot Freer's 50th Bath City appearance. Loco clears up towards half-lay, Lines underneath it. Hayfield closed down by a couple, does well, lays it off to Smith, midway inside the Farnborough half, tries to slide to Fletcher on the edge of the area, into the feet of Cook. And the offside flag is up against the Bath City striker.
Another good move, but just marginally offside.
Goals going in elsewhere. Welling 0, Chelmsford 1 at Parkview Road. Now it's with Deering, does well to shimmy away from Cook. Norval Williams in space, brings it up over the halfway line, got Fernandez outside him, who he uses into Fernandez, tries to pull it back across goal, but there's way too much on it, clears absolutely everyone in the area. Deering launches it forward, Dyer once again underneath the aerial ball. Greenslade manages to clear and then is caught by Lee. And he will be the 3rd man into the referee's notebook this afternoon.
Yeah, definitely a foul out.
She's driven in low. Cook meets it at the front post, back to Deering for maybe a second chance, but he's overrun it. Smith now to Fletcher, maybe a chance for Bath City on the counter-attack. Got Freer ahead of him, he uses, and the line. Back inside to Fletcher, 20 yards out, to the edge of the area. Still with Fletcher, onto his right foot, strikes it across goal, and it's turned behind by Turner for a corner kick. See if a long throw can cause problems for the Bath City back line. It's Saunders with it into the area. It's helped goalwards, still alive in the air, flick back across goal and ball arriving. He's got his header goalwards and last touch actually came off Batten behind for a corner kick. Outswinger with his right foot, clips it in. It bounces in the area, Fletcher can huck it away up to Freer on halfway. He's done well to lay it off to Smith. Chance of Bath City on the counter-attack. Smith makes a poor ball as he tries to play it through to Freer, as we do indeed enter 6 minutes of stoppage time. Farnborough to get out, 5 minutes stoppage time remaining as Loco launches it forward. Rains and Fernandez battling for it. The striker's done well, got the better of him. Fernandez now driving forwards up towards the edge of the area. Still with Fernandez. Rains does well to get a foot in, win the ball. Can clear long up towards halfway. Cook and Loco battling away. The striker's done really well, but then can't quite keep it in play on the far side. Now with Holmes Exchanges passes with Young. They do well. Young coming forward is taken out rather unceremoniously by Hayfield. And it will be a 4th yellow card of the afternoon. Still 3 minutes remaining. Deering with it. It's flat. It's headed away by Cook. It's helped back in by Holmes. And then in the air it's flicks off Dyer. And oh, he wasn't quite trying. That was a bit of a scorpion kick that ended up in the right to the hands of Joe Wright. Just over 2 minutes stoppage time remaining for Bar City to hold on to all 3 points as Wright goes long. Ball underneath it. Comes to Smith. Tries to play it in behind for Fletcher, which he's done in space on the right. He's got 2 in the area if he wants to use them. Plays it across, and it's flicked off. Saunders gone further wide. Comes through to Turner. He's going to send it from deep again. This one's a bit more clipped. Dyer and Locko battling. Loose ball breaks the way of Holmes. Goes down. Nothing doing, but the loose ball comes to Saunders. Clips it out to the left to Norval Williams. Back to Fernandez in a bit of space on the edge of the area. 20 yards out. Out to Norval Williams on the left. Chance to flash it across. Puts it in low. It's headed away by Lines. Only as far as Fernandez. Smith can get a foot in, but loose ball will come to Deering. Bar City defending deep. Deering clips it into the area. It flicks off the head of Dyer behind for a corner kick.
People were saying Smith might have been fouled. He's down at the moment.
Oh, he's down. He's holding his foot. And well, the trainer is coming on. I was going to say Bar City need everyone they can to defend this corner, but they're going to be down to 10 for it.
Yeah, he certainly took a whack in there.
Corner to be taken by Deering. Here it comes. Ships it in. It's headed half cleared by Lines to Norval Williams, and then Rains completely miscues his clearance. Right, going to go long. And with that, the referee blows the full-time whistle. It finishes Farnborough 0, Bath City 1. Alex Fletcher's sumptuous strike 5 minutes after the interval gives the Romans all 3 points. And under some late pressure from the hosts, their defence stood strong. It's a clean sheet. It's 3 points. It's 10 points from their first 5 games, and it's a superb start to the season for Bath City, Bob.
Most definitely, yeah. I mean, that was a classic away performance. I mean, in the first half, they worked hard. You could see defenders were on top, and it just needed a moment of class and a moment of magic. And that was provided by Alex Fletcher. A superb goal on 50 minutes, drive at the top corner of the net from about 20 yards. And after that, City did create chances. There was one with Cody Cook and the keeper, and how it stayed out, I do not know. And then another good save from the Jack Turner in the Farnborough goal from Alex Fletcher. A couple of ones that whizzed across the goal and nobody could make advantage of, but a really workmanlike performance. Got the 3 subs involved as well. I hope 𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗛𝗚𝗛𝗧 is all right from his injury, and he can be involved on Monday. But yeah, a proper away performance against a good side in Farnborough who caused 1 or 2 problems. But really, when you look at it, Joe Wright had quite a quiet afternoon in the City goal because the back 4 and the other players did such a wonderful job. I mean, he had a shot in the first 18 seconds low down to his left. He held on to that quite well, easily. It was a good save. And after that, basically, he was pretty much just a spectator, wasn't he?
Thank you very much for tuning in this afternoon, whether you are a Bath City fan or a Farnborough fan. We hope you did enjoy our coverage. But from Mark, Bob and myself, that's all from us this afternoon. We're here at the easiest HGV Stadium. It finished Farnborough 0, Bath City 1. Alex Fletcher's sumptuous strike 5 minutes after the interval, giving Bath City all 3 points and the perfect way to kick off their bank holiday weekend.